Okay, here's an example of the intermediate right-hander at BSR Wave Park. This was, within the first few waves of my visit there, and I'm going to run it through full speed. There's just a quick little pop up, and the wave's kind of a grower, and then I'm fond of those wraps, but as you'll see right here, you wrap it too far back against the grain, and then getting back in front of the section is going to be really challenging. So let's break it down quarter speed. So 1, 2 kind of paddles, a little bit of kicking. I'm looking down the line here before I get up, transitioning to my feet smooth, and I'm top half of the wave getting set up, and then boom, I'm set. My feet are in the right spot, and I'm just getting that board into the wave, paying attention. What's lining up here? How steep is it? How far is it running out? Get my first little rail transition up, and here's a theme I'm going to be using a lot in these videos and podcasts is just the compression extension. Full body. Like, a lot of people don't have the right core engagement, it's body center here, and your upper body might just wiggle back and forth. But once you get that right kind of compression extension and everything coming out of the hips, then you can really get the board dialed around. Now that pretty soft over here, I came up with a lot of speed. I'm wrapping it. Okay, felt pretty good to kind of weave that together, but the wave, after coming through that turn in my recovery, I'm coming way back against the grain. This was pretty steep and dumpy, but that wave is going to quickly transition from kind of being soft to all crumbling right in front of me. So I'm crouching down, trying to get my center of gravity, and I'll get through right here, and then the whole thing just tumbles down. It hits the reef down in here and starts pushing me away. So that's just when you know the wave better, on subsequent waves, I'm not going to do that same thing. 1, 2 paddle, pop up, mid face, pump high, driving low. Again, similar to the expert wave with a pump and how this wave develops into a steeper, almost doubling up in here. You, with good timing technique, you've got good speed to do a maneuver in here. And that's all I'm doing. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I really like these wrapping turns. Committed to that inside rail, transition back to the heel side rail, bringing the board back underneath me. It's just, you got to cut that turn off a little bit sooner, or you're going to get stuck behind the section. Or else I need to really be able to come out of this bottom turn, correcting turn, and be able to project a little bit more so I can climb the foam and maybe get back in front of here. But it was really satisfying after a couple waves to kind of find some familiar, down the line dynamics and feel like, okay, I can get the board on rail. The problem with inland is the wave's always pushing against you. There's always current coming at you, so you're really having to compensate, and you would get caught behind the section on any kind of turn any time. So that's what I really appreciated about this wave. And other waves, this was the first wave of the set. Other ones, the next second or third, would carry through this whole section a little bit differently. So depending, and sometimes the operator timed things where there was a lot more sloshing going on in between waves, and you still, there was a fair amount of variation. So it wasn't like you'd get the same thing every time, but a lot of fun.